Welcome to the VST channel, guys. This here is my cat and this here is Android 13. Welcome to the Android 13 review by VST. And if you're here for the first time, VST Benefits Tech, if you are into tech videos, you might want to subscribe for my channel because I do a lot of videos like this and cover every interesting tech I can get my hands on. And now back to Android 13, guys. I have been using Android 13 since February, since the very first developer preview 1, then 2, then 3, then all the betas and etc. So all the new features are covered in all of my other videos. I want to take a different approach with the Android 13 video that will really help you to understand why Android 13 is important and most of all how well it works, because believe me or not, this is probably the smoothest phone I have ever held in my hand, and that's actually the Pixel 6, so it's even not the Pro phone, but Android 13 on this phone is just making my S22 Ultra, go and hide in the dark, crying, being fully embarrassed. So my take on this video is going to be the following, guys. I will show you all the animation starting from the lock screen, from the notification and the shades, from the settings here, from starting and opening the applications and the recent menu and etc, because I just want you to experience what I experience in a daily use while I'm using my Pixel phone. If you want to check all the new features and etc, you are more than welcome to follow my old videos where I covered them. But don't expect any kind of miracles. Nowadays, all these upgrades, no matter if it's software or even hardware, are incremental upgrades and updates that really build on what the legacy is. And of course, there is a reason for this. First, of course, they can just keep this show going on and take the money out of us, which, we are the customers paying for technology. And second, of course, have a time to just work upon these new technologies and decide to bring some things in, and not like the foldables, etc, etc. But I don't want to distract myself too much, guys. This is going to be the premise of this video, so you will not really find anything else but just pure Android 13 pleasure, guys. And I'm going to start with, of course, the lock screen. Okay, so one tap will give you, boom, your lock screen. You have the clock information, you have the weather, you'll have these notifications, and just take a look at this, how well they're grouped, by the way. It will not really take most of your screen, so one tap will show you all these notifications, the active one, and of course when you click here, you're gonna get access also to some of your quick toggles and be able to read more of your notifications. Okay, you also are able to manage your home if you have smart lights like I do, smart TVs, family room speaker, and also of course being able to do payments. So the lock screen in Android 13 now is really very powerful, and I do like all the things that you can do with it. So if you click on the clock, you're just gonna get this very nice and bouncy effect, guys. And remember what I said in the beginning, I want to show you more the beautiful animated, fluid, smooth side of Android 13, and this is pretty much what you're gonna find in this video. Hence, we're done with the lock screen. Boom, hold my finger, and hopefully gonna get inside the main home screen. Okay, I'm just gonna do this one more time so that you are able to follow the animations. So unlocking will give you a ripple effect and somehow the dancing icons. Take a look, guys. I'm just gonna do this one more time. See here how the icons are grouped. And if you have been following my channel, you know that I like things like this. I like it shiny, I like it animated, but most of it, guys, I like it fluid. And fluidity and Samsung is two words that I don't really want to put in one sentence. I'm using Samsungs, it's probably they existed and it's always been a problem. But anyway, that's another topic. Now let's go back to Android 13. Android 12 already introduced, guys, the material UI, the monetemic, etc. And Android 13 is trying to build on top. But just again, look, focus on the animation. Very smooth, very subtle. And why did I say that Android 13 is trying to build on top? Because right now they're introducing more colors. But not only more colors, which I think 16, you are also presented with the option to theme your icons. Okay, so if I select theme icons, most of my icons are gonna get themed. And don't get me wrong, I said most, not all, right? Some of the icons still, of course, will be like this, but you get the point. Once this is really fully in use, you're going to be hopefully able to just use it. Application grid, you have all the plenty of options there. Management, and it's very, very easy. Let me show you guys. I will now change the colors to the green one, and you can just see now to the pink one. It happens all so fluid and so fast. So everything in Android 13 is not only fast, but it's also fluid, because the One UI 5 that I tested in all of my other videos is also fast and easy, but the fluidity is again a big problem. Now, once we got this out of the box, I want to show you guys what happens when I just swipe down to access my notification. Boom. Here they are. You will see these very familiar big boxes, which are very hated or loved upon. Honestly, guys, I really like them. If you ask me why, it's very easy and it's very simple. They're just very easy to be used. I mean, you can never really go wrong with this. But remember, the whole idea of this video is to show you the Android 13 beautiful side of this, all the animations and etc., without bothering you with this or that detail, which I'll probably sneak in the video. Take a look at the fluidity and the animation, all right? It is really very, very clever. Also, bouncing effect. See here what happens, for example, to my slider, the brightness one. See, all right? It will go big, it will go small. And see, by the way, what happens when I just scroll down to the list, okay? Opening it, scrolling down, and you have this very nice and very bouncy effect. Also, another reason for me to like the big box is the fact that they split the screen in half. You have one set here, one set there, okay? And now pay attention, guys. I will just click the edit button, see what happens. Boom. This very nice kind of like ripple effect, right? Which is absolutely adorable. And it's all about these small things just made not only easy, this is what Samsung is doing, but also very beautiful. And most importantly, not really being laggy. There is no major changes into this here compared to Android 12, but if you're clever enough to see what I have here, you'll see I have something called One App is Active, and also the power controls are put down there to just make space for this. If I click on this, you're gonna see again a very nice, very fluid animation. This is also very useful as all the active apps are shown, so apps that kind of mess up with the battery, are gonna be found here. Like for example, this one. I don't use my Garmin watch on this clock, so boom, I can stop this. Once you're done and no apps are active, this simply goes away and then leaves space for other things. Speaking about other things, you might already have noticed, like probably the best stock media controls, guys. I'm really in love with the media player, like with this tracker here, you know how much you have listened, and this happens not only for music, also for podcasts and for videos, and I do like how big it is. And also, guys, if you are using your phone on the lock screen, you'll pretty much get the same experience. So it's really big, it's really how it used to be, and this is really one of the settings. Samsung did not redesign this into their Android 13 implementation, which is the One UI 5, but it's probably too early since One UI is still only with the first beta. While we're here, guys, I will show you everything you can find inside the settings, all right? Here again, we have this very nice and bouncy animation. Every time, for example, you enter one menu, you have this very constantly moving animation to the left and right. See here, guys, like somebody shuffling cards. And this feels nice, this feels premium, and this doesn't really like what we have in the Samsung, okay? Inside, if you go, for example, to storage, you pretty much find the very same tools that you're used having from Android 12. But Android 13 is even more big on privacy. So it has a revamped privacy dashboard. You can give now different permissions to different applications, and it's really very useful. Like if you are a privacy guy, I'm not really such, but if you want to protect your privacy, using Android 13 will really allow you to have individual setup for all the applications. And also, guys, you can change the languages for some of the applications, and that's also implemented somehow in One UI, but not so good. For example, right now I'm using all the system default, but I can go inside my calculator and I can choose Bulgarian. So what will happen right now, if I open my search and I open my calculator, I am going to have here, yes, everything in my native language. Honestly, I cannot really think right now of a big use for this, but what if the phone is used by somebody that is bilingual, like you speak more than one language, or somebody that's trying to learn a new language? And see here, guys, it does support really a bunch of languages. So that's also quite nice. This comes with Android 13, and by the way, this is also available in One UI 5. Now let me show you the recent menu. This is something that Google really worked very heavy. Now this here is me changing all of my applications, and this here is me going into the recent menu. Now pay attention, guys. See what happens on the background. The background is moving forward and back, and I really adore this. So see here, when I go inside, boom, we see this zoom in effect. This is also what we see on the Samsung One UI, but there of course is not so smooth. And the other thing here, everything is made so easy. So right now, okay, this is not a screenshot, right? I can take a screenshot if I want, okay? By just clicking here the screenshot, see, screenshot, boom, I got a screenshot. But let's say I want to try to get some text from here, guys. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back into the recent menu, I'm gonna click this select button, and I can now copy and paste text directly from an application. And you can do this pretty much everywhere, all right? See here, notifications, see here, I'm right now inside my contacts, or even right now where I have my commands. So most of the apps are supported. And by the way, by moving these applications, there is a very tactical haptic feedback that I can feel in my hand, all right? Speaking about feedback, it's now time for me to open the applications, some of mine, and just check the animations, guys. See how smooth it is, all right? I'm gonna open Facebook again. I'm gonna open Messenger, all right? I'm gonna open Viber. It's really smooth. I'm gonna open OLX. I'm gonna open also Twitter. There is not a problem at all. And let me just show you, all right? Even Twitter scrolling is not so bad, and we know it comes from Twitter. But using this phone really feels very fast and very pleasant. And this also happens when you use the Xiaomi 12 or any other Chinese phone, but just not with Samsung. Why? The one part I don't like is here, the volume rocker. Once I press here, I'm gonna get this style, and this is something that I don't like, but I can understand because it's integrated inside the settings menu. Something also very important is the so-called universal search. So let's say if I start typing something like Disney, just got it out of my mind, you can just see Play Store, you can just search on Google, you can get access also to some of the applications if they're installed. Or let's say if I just try to type volume, all right? You see here, even it was wrong. So I'm gonna type volume. I can now directly modify it from here. Okay, so universal search is also getting better and better. And there are tons of other quality of life improvements. Like for example, if you're gonna go inside the wireless, you're gonna be able to support Bluetooth low efficiency, and all these new standards that are slowly coming around us, the users, are gonna be supported by your Android 13. Navigating on the main screen, it's also a pleasure. And again, what is most important, guys, it all feels like one big piece and no lag at all. So I'm just gonna circle through all my screens. I'm gonna go back to my home screen, gonna open my recent menu. Everything really feels perfect. Opening also my Google feed here, going back, checking my notifications, okay, trying to reply here from some of the notifications directly on my notification screen, you know, powering on and off the phone, the screen, like everything feels very tactile, very much like one big piece. And this is what Android 13 is all about. Now, of course, you can try to watch some of the other videos with the thousands of the other options, and there are really plenty of it. But I just wanted you guys to experience the beauty of this. And just take a look at the screen, guys. This reminds me on the early days with the Lumia, and somehow, you know, I'm sure it's a bit of a different, but somehow it reminds me the Mosaic interface we had with Windows Phone. So easy, right? And at the same time very informative, you know, so decluttered, so it's almost like really real fun to use it, guys. I think this is gonna be my Android 13 review, guys. I wanted you really to focus on the beautiful side of it and not so much on all that you can do, because there are plenty of things. And just remember, if you like videos like this, or perhaps you like my cat, yeah, then you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel, guys. Stay safe, you and your families. All right, VST over and